Hey there, water signs. This is for Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Today we are going to cover what is the big question that is on your mind. We're going to seek a little advice on that and try to find you a spirit guide or two that really kind of power boost the situation for you. This is a timeless reading. Whenever you see this reading, it is the right time. It is the right time. Spirit will lead you here when you need it. So don't worry about when I recorded it, but I will tell you that I am recording it September of 2020. Okay, so Scorpio, what is the big question? What is it that you need to know? What is the advice from Spirit? You know, so here we go. What is the big question? What is the big question for Scorpio? Interesting. Wow. Okay, so you have three. They're interesting when you put them together. First one that came out is, who can I serve today? In a world lacking a soul-to-soul connection, small and simple acts are create the biggest and most lasting impact. I'm sorry I keep moving. I bumped my elbow 2 weeks ago and I bruised it so badly and it still freaking hurts. We shift our own pain and experiences on an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. You know, I'm creating a course right now, and part of the course, the curriculum is about what is your life purpose. And your life purpose, I will just give you the cliff notes on it. Your life purpose is joy. Your life purpose is joy. And so the interesting thing about joy is it's generally found in service to others. So if you are seeking the joy in your life, listen into your heart space and where can you reach out and touch someone else's life in a way that you do it simply because it makes you happy. Because it brings joy to your life to do this for someone else. Yes, it will benefit them, but doing it because, well, quid pro quo. No, no, no. This is truly giving from the heart space. And I wonder if it's about money in some ways, or somehow your finances are wrapped up in it. Because this one says, what do I believe about myself? Do my beliefs match my dreams? How does your relationship with money affect your current situation? Do you believe you are worthy? Do you believe you are capable? Do you trust money? Does money trust you? Scorpio rules the house of other people's money. Okay, so if you are staying in a situation, whether it is a job or a relationship, because of fear of lack, I don't want to go through a divorce and give up half of my retirement income. I don't want to go to a job that'd be more emotionally satisfying because I'd make less money. That's something to think about, right? Because your life purpose, again, is joy. And so it says, what am I waiting for? Someone else to do it for me? Are you waiting for someone else before you can take the big leap? What if you were to take your life into your hands and forge your own unique path? Put your heart into action and ask yourself, what risk can you take to move toward your dreams? Make a decision and do it. No more waiting. Do it scared. Take the leap. You know, bravery is running into the burning building when everyone else is running out, right? Bravery is doing the hard stuff and trusting. And trusting. That's brave. Trusting that it'll be okay. And also, I just want to say, Scorpio, that you guys come with the most difficult, transformative jobs. It's like when we pick our soul's path before we incarnate, and you're looking around and you're like, oh, this is the thing that I really want to transform. You're like, wow, I'm going to have to be a Scorpio to be willing to dig that deep to make this change. In my opinion, people with Scorpio strong in their chart are some of the bravest souls that incarnated in this lifetime. because this lifetime has been about, especially if you were born before 1996, this has been about settling karma. Not just yours, but the ancestral karma. And so if you could just think of yourself as that brave soul that you are and take the risk to move toward the change that in your heart space you know you want to do, because the reason you know it in your heart, it's resonating from your higher self, from the decision you made before you incarnated that this is what you were going to do and this is what's going to bring the joy into your life. Whoa, I've never seen this card. It's a card of stability, that's for sure. It's 13, which is the devil card, but it's actually 4. It's transformation. It's stability. Look at that. Look, it looks like spider webs, right? Very creative energy. But in the 6th and 7th chakra, which is your 6th chakra is your intuition and your third eye, but the lighter purple, that's that 7th chakra, energy of your higher self. But it's moving toward that deep into your heart space. Look at that green. That emerald green right there, that's heart space energy. That's heart space chakra. This is diving deep into your heart space to figure out, what am I waiting for? What am I going for? How can I serve today? And what makes my heart resonate with the rest of me? Wow. Okay. Ooh. Super powerful. Number 13. We're going to read it. It's called Opening. Yeah. Your intuition and psychic connection is opening and flowing. And just to be really clear on that, the third eye is connected to the heart chakra. When you are truly opening up to your soul, that information comes through the heart. The third eye allows you to see things and get information, but when it resonates in the heart, that is when you're truly opening up to your life purpose. So your intuition and psychic connection is open and flowing, allow you to access higher realms of knowledge and understanding. Sometimes when we receive guidance or information from these realms, it can be a bit confusing or unclear. There is a lot of information moving through your subconscious that your conscious mind has to process. It does get easier in time. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. It's like a muscle. Your heart's a muscle. It is a muscle to learn to use your intuition, to feel into that space. And if you've never really done this before, one thing, you can start with the simple things, right? Although I can't imagine too many Scorpios haven't tried this at some level. But you have a decision to make. And let's just say it's something simple, like you're driving to the grocery store. Should you go to this grocery store or that grocery store? Should you go this way or that way? And so what you do is you learn to feel into the space. You go, should I do this or that? Should I do this or that? And the one that feels light and bright, just do that one. And as you start doing that, you'll start trusting. And so maybe you're like, oh, well, I'm going to take this route to work today. And then you get to work and everybody's like, oh my gosh, there was such a jam on the freeway because some truck overturned and blocked all the exits and I was stuck forever. And you're like, wow, that's the way I usually go. It's when you start trusting, you start recognizing it. When I was younger, I was a regular speedster on the road. Let's just put it that. But that's the kindest way I could put it. Like, Leadfoot does not really describe the crazy stuff I did. But I literally only have one speeding ticket. Not because I only sped once. Let me just tell you, it wasn't because I only sped once. It was because I'd be driving down the road at like 120 miles an hour, and that is not a lie. It's not a lie. Should be a lie, but it's not a lie. Driving down the road at 120, and I'd be like, oh, there's a cop up ahead. And I'd take my foot off the accelerator, I'd slow down. All these cars that I just passed would be go whipping by me. And one of them would end up being pulled over, not me. I'm doing speed limit. I used to call it copdar. I didn't really understand intuition. Like, I have copdar. I would know when there was a cop around. And now it doesn't happen so much because I don't speed anymore. I'm like, oh, I missed that. I missed knowing when there was going to be a cop right there. But, and the one time I got that speeding ticket, I literally saw it the night before. I was sitting at work and all of a sudden I saw in my head, I saw the red light on the blue hood flashing around. And I said to my roommate, who we were both going back to our hometown the next day, I'm like, oh, one of us is going to get a traffic ticket, and I hope it's you. She goes, it's going to be you, the one that saw it. I go, probably. And so I did. Okay, so here you go. Your heart space is opening up, and you are having to learn to resonate with that space. You're needing to trust that intuition, and it takes practice. It is a muscle that needs to be worked. The more you open to this communication is how you are naturally meant to operate. You are now in direct communication with other realities and your higher self. It's just practice. It is just practice, practice, practice. And it's fun and it's entertaining. And sometimes, I'm like, oh, I think I should do this. And then I try to find out if it was, no, it's a game for me. But I really developed my trust in what it is I know. And there have been times in my life when I've made decisions that were opposite of what I thought I should do. And I'm like, crap, I knew I should have done that. And how many times have you said that to yourself? How many times have you said, oh man, I knew I should have gone the other way? Learn to trust yourself. And when you can trust yourself on the small things like which direction to take to work, when it comes to those big life decisions and you feel into that energy, you know what the yes is. You absolutely know what that energy is telling you. I have done things, taken risks, put it out there because it felt right. And I'm still not sure if it was or wasn't yet. And I always feel like, well, those are seeds that are planted. I guess I'll find out one day. But I trust the process. I trust the process. Oh my gosh. You have the Holy Spirit, which I don't know if Metatron is in this deck, but this feels like the energy of Metatron. It says, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. You are love. You are created by love to embody love. Love is the energy of the universe. That is what light is. It's love. Remember that only love is real. What do I believe about money? What do I believe about money? Do my beliefs match my dreams? If you are so worried about money, and though money has its place, it is energy. It is about an exchange of energy, and energy exchange is important, okay? But if it's blocking the love of some project you want to do, some career you want to have, some good you want to do, if you're working so hard you don't have time for the people in your life you care about, love is the number one thing. Jesus said there are 3 things that matter: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. Love matters. So expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. You are opening. Trust that energy. Feel into that energy. Believe in that energy. Follow through with that energy. Life is happening for you, not to you. I don't know why they keep telling me that this week. Okay, so life is happening for you, not to you. The changes that are happening are supposed to. So who can I serve today? What brings me joy to do? It's about the life purpose of embodying love and joy. All right? All right. It's 11:11 on my clock right now. That is amazing. All right, I am going to move on now. We are going to go to, what am I doing? Pisces. Pisces is next. Okay, Pisces, how's it going? Scorpio was long. Sorry. I start talking, it's hard for me to shut up. Okay, so this is a timeless reading. It does not matter when you see that series, when you're supposed to see it. You will see it when you need to see it. So there's no time stamp for a reason. And this is about what is the big question in your life right now. What is the big question for Pisces right now? And then we're going to get you some advice to help you through it. What is the big question the Pisces is looking for an answer for? You need to put water in there, as those flowers aren't going to stay alive much longer. So, are you hydrated? So many times that people say Pisces goes really deep. They're deep into their emotions. I have a Pisces moon. I say, no, my deep emotional connection is my superpower. Don't forget that, okay? But you need to know how to break the surface. But you can go deep, and there's no limit to how deep you can go to get to the answer, to get to the core of how you feel and what you believe. Really? No, that was it. Pisces, you can be so hard on yourself. Okay. What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? Where are you setting? Okay, so what I'm seeing, it's like trail markers. Like I should be here doing this, and then I need to reach this goal. Okay, so this is just for instance. Let's just pick something random, which is probably not exactly it for anybody, but sort of for most. Weight loss. What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? I want to lose 50 pounds tonight. Don't we all? Okay, that's setting the bar too high. 1 to 2 pounds a week. That's an expectation you could probably meet, with changes. The expectations we have are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. Neptune rules, that's what it says in the back of the card. Neptune rules your sign, and there are a lot of nebulous, delusional, not necessarily bad, but qualities to Neptune, right? It's murky. It's kind of hard to pin it down. And so sometimes we place all these expectations on ourselves, and they're impossible, and then we get down on ourselves because I should have done that. Okay, so say you take a career, a job, because it offered more money than this other one, but you really don't have the skill set for it, and they throw you in and they don't really train you. You're in over your head, right? And you're like, but I should be able to do this because I expect that I can do, I need to be able, but no, I mean, oh, okay, so I worked at a fast food restaurant, and so this is not even like a hard job. Well, relatively speaking. It was my first fast food restaurant job. But I watched them one night. They hired a girl literally Friday afternoon, asked her to come into work. So she comes into work, and two people don't show up. It's Friday night, which is busy, and we're near a military base, and it's the 15th of the month, which is when they get paid. We are slammed. I'm in the kitchen by myself because the other kitchen person didn't show up. She was having fun at the beach, didn't want to come in. I have one person working the drive-thru, and this poor girl has to work the front. And this was before all these nice little computers, and so she had to call back the orders, and she had to know everything, and she had to bag things, and she was so freaking overwhelmed, and I couldn't help her because the orders are being called back, they're not being written on tickets, and I have to remember this car of 15 orders coming through, and so I can't really help her. But she was way in over her head, and she was like, I can't do this job. And I thought, nobody can do this job tonight. It's impossible. Give yourself a break. Biting off way more than you can chew just means you need to reevaluate the circumstances. And I unconditionally forgive myself and others for not being superhuman. We when you I always say relationships fall apart because of unmet expectations. They do. Like, we have this expectation of ourselves in the relationship, of the other person in the relationship. And a relationship could be a business relationship. It could be a personal relationship. It could be an intimate relationship. It could be a relationship with your children. It doesn't matter. There is an expectation of both parties of themselves and how they should behave and how the other person should behave. And unmet expectations creates all this drama and this irritation and this, we don't know what we're supposed to do with this energy. And then Pisces tends to internalize all that and go, well, it's my fault. No, it's everybody's and it's nobody's. The problem are the expectations are not realistic enough, and it's really difficult when you're Pisces without focusing in, like really focusing in, to set appropriate limits, because Pisces is limitless. You are limitless in your capacity to imagine. You are limitless in your capacity to empathize. You are limitless in your capacity to intuit. You are limitless in your capacity to manifest. You are limitless in your capacity to do everything, including setting unrealistic expectations. So instead, focus on the things you're really good at that are limitless, and be okay that the other things are not so much. Okay, it's okay. It's okay that you don't. It's all right. And like I said, I have a Pisces moon, and I really truly get this. So it's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. Be grateful. You are being summoned to be more at peace. Peace is the home for our soul and is accompanied by trust. It comes when we surrender to and focus only on what you can control. If you expect nothing and are grateful for everything, you will experience extreme fulfillment. That trusting that whatever is going to work out actually really works. I am more than enough. I am capable of doing everything that I literally need to do. And if I'm not capable, it's because it's too much. And I just didn't realize it was too much. And so that's okay. Well, that was just too much. I don't have to do that. And so finding the way to set healthy boundaries in your life where they'll do the most good. I love the card you just got. Look at this. Look at this. This is about, I unconditionally love and accept myself. I unconditionally forgive myself and others, for being human. And you are opening, Scorpio just got this. So I think Scorpio is strong in your chart. Look at this. This is an opening of the heart space. This isn't loving yourself and saying, oh, maybe I'm expecting way too much of myself, and that's okay. I don't need to do all that. It's taking some of the stuff off your plate. Learning to operate from the heart is one of the single most important things you can do. It is now time to activate your heart chakra to its fullest potential. Spirit is asking you to take time to sit within the energy of your heart. Learn to breathe through your heart. Okay, we'll do that. So breathing through your heart. I did this for another sign, Leo, I think. So if you have Leo in your chart also, check that out. So breathing through your heart. That's inhaling for a count of 5, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale through the mouth, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you repeat the process in through the nose, out through the mouth. Then the third time you inhale, imagine the breath is inhaling through your heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale out of the heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then feel into the situation. Really feel into the situation. And what makes the heart feel happy? what makes the heart feel tight. And that'll help guide you through this process. All right, so feel into the loving energy. You inhale and allow it to fill you. Let each exhale also be love-filled. So breathing in love through your heart, exhaling love through your heart. And one of the ways to tap into that emotion is to think about something that really brings you joy and happiness. So I have a little kitty friend I think of, always brings a smile to my face. I'm just thinking about, look, I cannot stop. She makes me so happy. So when I'm doing this kind of meditation, I think about her. I just bust into a smile and then hang on to that feeling of that joy and the happiness. And practice this daily. Practice this daily. And then number 13. Number 13 is actually 4, right? It's stability. So this is a very spiritual number. Working with your heart chakra will help you to create healthy boundaries and limits in your life about what you expect from yourself, and it will allow you to feel the stability. Your intuition and psychic connection is open and flowing and allowing you to access higher realms of knowledge and understanding. Sometimes when we receive guidance or information from these realms, it can be a bit confusing or unclear. That's that nebulousness of Neptune, right? There's a lot of information moving through your subconscious and your conscious, and your mind has to process it. It does get easier in time. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Just practice that heart breathing, right? Just remember that this open connection is how you are naturally meant to operate. You are in direct communication with other realities in your higher self. And so are you expecting yourself to, like, I'm so confused and I have to make a decision and I don't know what to do, and you're like pressuring yourself? Breathe into your heart space to allow you to find the answers. Just practice the breathing. Practice feeling the joy. What brings you joy is the clear sign, the neon flashing sign that says this right here, pick this, pick me, right? That's the one. For a little extra guidance, you have the Hilaron. Nice. Look, that heart chakra green. It is through your heart space that you are going to know. It is through the heart space. It is through the heart space you are going to know what is the right direction to go, what is the way to go, and love yourself through the process, and everything. Failure is not a thing. Failure is just merely learning opportunity, right? It's a learning opportunity. Oh, well, that didn't work. I heard, what did I hear? Thomas Edison, like long before he got to the light bulb that worked, there were like hundreds, 500 or something light bulbs that didn't work. It's and from each one he learned, that didn't work. Let me try something else. That didn't work. Have the mind of a scientist. A scientist goes in with an idea. Okay, I think this is going to work, and they set up the experiment and they run the experiment, and then they say, okay, this didn't work. Why didn't this work? Okay, so what can I try next? How can I get there? And so have a very scientific mind. So you have divine feeling. Honor your sensitivity, retreat and recharge and heal. Your light can support others. This is the time to really step into that heart space. Really step into your heart space. And just feel your way through it. And forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for not knowing or not getting it right, because it's just a lesson. It's just information. It's not even a lesson. It's information. Okay, well, that didn't work. What else? What's next, right? So allow yourself that gift of forgiveness and others. Okay, we are going to move on. I'm running so long. What a surprise. All right, so here we go. We're going to go to Cancer. Hey there, Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome to your timeless reading, which I was really hoping to keep to about 10 minutes each. And look at this. I didn't do it today. All right, so this is timeless. The purpose is to ask your soul what it is that you need to know, what is the big question right now, and then to get some advice on it. And so whenever you see this reading, it is the right time to see it. This is when the question is popping up in your mind, or it needs to be focused on, or whatever. So whether you see this when I'm recording it in September of 2020, or you see it, 5 years from now, the messages are timeless. And So don't worry about that. You're here right on time. Okay, so what is the big question for Cancer? What is the big question for Cancer? What is the big question? Thank you. I like it when they fall out. Okay. I never look at the bottom when I'm doing these, but I did, and now I see why. Who else had this combination? Aquarius. Aquarius had this combination. Okay. This was the one that was on the bottom that caught my attention. Name all the things that you love. Take a moment. Think of 5 things. Name all the things that you love. What are the top 5 things you really love? Okay. Another question on the back says, are you one of them? Did you put yourself on the list, Cancer? Cancer is such a nurturing energy, right? We want to take care of everything and everyone. Did you put yourself on your list? In fact, did you put yourself at the top of the list? I give myself all the love and attention I need. It says, where can I create more space? Where can I create more space? Instead of filling yourself up with busy work and things to do to create more sacred space in your schedule, in your home, in your mind, in your lungs, in your heart, take the time to just be. Declutter, detox your schedule, your home, your innermost self. Make space and clarity will come. I have a lot of Cancer. I'm Cancer Sun, Venus, Mercury, North Node. Decluttering is a constant in my life. Because Cancers tend to become attached and hang on and not want to let go, right? Relationships, items, thoughts, careers that don't work. Give yourself an hour every day. And I'll tell you how I do it. And this might really work for you more than any other sign. I get up a little early. I get up at like 5 something. And I hop into the saltwater bath, like an hour. And by the time I get out of there, it's actually the time that if I was actually going to be on time, would be the time to get up. So I literally go to bed early just so I can, early, like 10 o'clock. I go to bed at like 10 o'clock so that I get 7 hours of sleep. 7 hours is really the minimum that biologically most people can operate on. You can do 6 once in a while, but really it's not good for you. When that happens, you get a hormonal imbalance, and I'm going to mention this to Cancer because Cancer tends to have this issue. Then it triggers cortisol in your system, which likes to store and like a Cancer, hang on to fat, right? Like that crab just hangs on to fat, creates fat. Actually, your fat cells hold on to it, but it sets the trigger. Cortisol goes, ooh, we need more fat. No, we don't. Just saying. Okay, so, well, some maybe, but most no. So, nice, relaxing saltwater bath to remove the negative energy, to think. And that's actually where I meditate. That's where I meditate. And I know I need to meditate more. They're telling me that all the time, right? You're probably hearing that, thinking that. You need to meditate more often too, because you're a water sign, but water really helps the meditation process. Being in the shower, at the lake, at the ocean, wherever you go, you will notice, right, when you're around the water that you really, so why not do that every day and give yourself that gift? And pro tip, make sure you take a quick shower afterwards, get that salt off. So you don't have dry skin. All right, so create space in your life. You deserve it. You give and give and give. Did I mention you give? Like, there's a risk of becoming very imbalanced with all that nurturing mothering energy, and other people won't necessarily give back, right? It's really hard to find that situation, but what you can do is give back to yourself. Like, you can't control what other people are doing, but you can control what you give to yourself. So, put yourself first on the list. You know, Create sacred space for yourself. Oh my God, look at this card. There's a star. You're a freaking star. I love it. Oh, so nice. It's a 2. 2s are about balance. 2s are about, yeah, mostly balance. And intuition. Ooh, it says illuminate. You are a stunning star. In truth, you were born to illuminate the world with your light. The time has come to get out of your own way and allow yourself to be all of who you are meant to be. Remember, it is only the thoughts in your mind that hold you back, and it takes a lot more energy to hold yourself closed than it does to open yourself up to the flow. The card is asking you to allow yourself to take up space, to open yourself up and illuminate the world. Where can you create more space? Space for growth. Okay, so also, is there something you've been wanting to do? Like, I want to go back to school, but I don't have the time because there's the kids and and then I gotta go back to school. Where can you spread and shine and grow? Create the sacred space for what is calling you. What is calling you? You know, and I have to say, you know, like I did that. I went back to school. Geez, it took me a long time to graduate. I don't want to scare you off. But, you know, I still managed to work 70 hours a week and attend all my kids' after school activities and help out at the church. And I mean, I'm not saying that I was sane. I'm just saying I could do it. So did I need a few more boundaries? The answer to that is yes, obviously. But I still went to school and I still made the dean's list and I still graduated. So, and from that, I grew confident. I believed in myself. So if there is something you want to do, create the space to allow yourself to do it. Maybe what you want to do is take a stained glass class, or maybe you want to, whatever it is, create the space to allow yourself to grow, to shine, to be who you are. Because you're a superstar and your light is shining. Ooh, you have Lady Venus. Downloads and understanding. I want to go back again to the saltwater bath though. Getting that intuition, allowing that to happen so you can receive these downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Very exciting. All right, Cancer. Create space for yourself. Listen to your higher self. And spread your wings and fly. Be the superstar that you are. All right. I will talk to you soon. You guys take care.